Okie dokie. Show recording monitor. Yeah. We'll pop that bad boy down in the corner. Okay. Sorry, last video was ridiculous. This should be better. Here's what I've done, and let me see if I can go in and explain myself. Alright. As you can see, I added some color. One second, I'm going to shut the door. Okay, I added some color. Briefly, here's what I did, right? If I were to go over here, I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so just that color alone, actually let me undo that. That color is on the master track. You can see the master track is here. You can also see the master track is over here. Okay, let me just put that over here. You can see the master track, they're both blue. If you did the single clip, you have the single clip. Remember when I was saying you can adjust each one individually? So I'm on single clip now. If I want to overexpose this really high, if you go back to that clip, down here, it's different. Okay, I'm going to undo that. And now, obviously, these other clips don't have that because it's under this one clip. Okay, so that's one thing. Here's the other thing. All right, I brought in some audio. I brought in some sound at the very beginning here. I put a little dissolve, which can be found over here under cross dissolve, and cross dissolve is the default transition. I will show you.
Jenna, you stupid weirdo. Why do you say all these weird things?
Right? Okay, so these are WAV files, as you know. All right. Here, this should start off with a bit of a fade in, which is you just left click on that, okay? Turns red there, right click, apply default, and this fades up and in. Ready? Listen.
Jenna, you stupid weirdo.
All right, so it's not abrupt.
Jenna, you stupid weirdo. Why?
So that's that. Then I went over here and I edited some clips of you talking, okay?
Yeah.
And I edited it so you could see the difference and where I edited it. So I'm trying to find one now that was a glitch before. That's what I don't. Let's see.
Happens. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. That you're just kind of like.
The volumes would get high. I don't want it that high.
But being a superhero definitely comes with its challenges in raising a family. What I did really
like music in the background. All right, I found that on that one of the sites that I gave you. Sorry. Okay, so this is a cut clip. Okay. Oh fuck! I just have to like redo this because I can't really show you. Anyways, let's try this. So I faded it out and faded it in, and this is what it sounds like.
But you will get a very.
I cut
turning
that.
the page, but you will get a very
See,
rich.
there's no glitch. I mean, there's a glitch in the video, but not in the audio.
In the page, but you will get a very rich environment.
Watch what I did.
Rich environment. You will get.
Obviously, the volume's really high there, but I'll show you how to get rid of that. God damn it! I wish the other video just went through. So to zoom in, what I did was I just clicked on this, and I'll just reset this for now, which is over in scale, by the way, which is 100. Okay. Oops. I could just reset all these. Motion. Okay. So what I did was these two are the same, but if I wanted to zoom in on this clip, just click this clip. The easiest way, the fastest way is just to drag this up, and then you can kind of see what the number is over here. Okay?
But you will get a very rich environment. Rich environment. You will get a very environment. You will get.
All right, and then what I did was on that clip, whoops, it's the same exact audio. You know, that's not, I didn't cut the audio here. I just let that ride right in, okay? Let's see, what else did I do here? Yes, I did something here.
It is very. You will get.
Oh, another cool thing would be to put a zoom in on this, all right? So what you do is you click on this, and again, you're over at scale. Okay, I'm going to reset that because it's there. And it's over here at scale. So we're going to add an animation. So you have up in the corner here, it says toggle animation. Just click that. And what you do is you just press that little blue. Make sure it's blue. Add and remove keyframe. If it's not blue, that means you haven't added one. So make sure it's blue. It's going to add one right there. Okay. And that's going to be at 100, which is the default we had it at before. All right. Now we're going to go to the end of the clip. And just for start, make sure you click on the left one, this one here, not this one. Okay. And you're going to add another one. It's blue now. And now we're just going to type 115. Okay. So now what happened is as you're scrolling through, see what happens over here to the number? It increases and decreases as I scroll through this. Okay. It increases this way. And you can actually see in the frame here, up here, that it's zooming in. Okay. Which is wicked cool. You might like it, you might not.
Rich environment. You will get a very rich experience, let's say, with these characters. So I'm really excited to read the next trade paperback.
The space above your head is
I'm not going to go issue to issue here, but if you guys are, please comment below. Let me know what I'm in store for without spoiling it too much, because I don't know, I'm blown away by this storytelling of Tom King. Tom King has definitely made a fan.
And cool thing is, you know,
Tom King has storytelling of Tom King. Tom King has definitely.
And that was a clean cut, right? I edited that earlier. It's a clean cut. If you don't like how it jumps back to the other scale and size, we can adjust that. Ready?
Tom King has.
So if you don't like that, what we can do is we go back here, just reset that. Okay. So now this is. Oops. Nope. I lied. Reset. Just delete. If you press toggle, it'll come up with this, and now you won't have one anywhere. Okay, it's no zoom. Okay, so now what we do is we go back to the beginning and we make sure we turn that on. Add one keyframe. Go to the middle. Add a second keyframe, and we'll go up to like 107. Okay, and that's cool. So 107 right in the middle, and then at the end, we don't want it to go. We don't want it to look like it was cut, but we want movement throughout the whole clip. So what we do now is we add one at the end and put it back to 100 so it matches this one. Because if you click on this one and watch up here, it stays at 100. Okay? So now the transition is seamless, but it zooms in and zooms back out into this. So we can watch that.
You will get a very rich experience, let's say, with these characters. So I'm really excited to read the next trade paperback of this. I'm not going to go issue to issue here, but if you guys are, please comment below. Let me know what I'm in store for without spoiling it too much, because I don't know, I'm blown away by this storytelling of Tom King. Tom King has definitely made a fan out of me.
Okay. And what I did earlier is, let's just see if we can add this back in so I can show you. Here you had a massive pause, which was this, and you cut it off. Now listen to this very carefully. I'm going to mute the music, okay? Listen.
Tom King.
Okay, so I'm going to help you fix that. So I'm just going to go through all this again. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to finish the rest of the video here, and we'll go off of that. Ready? So, whoops. Oh, shit, where'd it go?
Is I am.
Oh, it's over here. See that clip there? How it's not, it doesn't look smooth, right? All of this should be super smooth. Super, super smooth. And if you look at that, it's just cut right off. And this is cut right off.
Tom.
But that's cut right off because it's Tom, which is like a right to the microphone. So,
Tom.
Okay. But in here, this is the beginning of this clip. Okay. And if you look at the camera. Okay. It cut. And it cut right there. I can see it. And obviously you can't move that the playhead to exactly where it is, but you just get it as close as you possibly can and people won't even notice. Okay, so this is the beginning of that clip. So what we want to do is we want to cut this And I actually want to say, what do you say? Let's see.
Tom King. Tom King.
Okay, so you say Tom King, and I want to end it after Tom King, and then you start saying Tom King again over here.
Tom King.
Right? We don't need the
Tom King. Tom.
So we don't need the or the space because that's a glitch, and you can hear that really bad. Okay, so what we do is we just play it, listen to when Tom King ends.
Tom King.
Okay, which is right in there. You can kind of see your mouth, King. Okay, which is right there. Bang, bang. What we do is we just delete that. Pow. And actually, fun little trick. When you highlight both of these, you right click and you bring up ripple delete, and then that one drops in. That's kind of cool. We also want to undo this to about right here, I would say. Let's see what that sounds like. And we'll bring, oh, you can actually do that again if you wanted to. If you do this, you come over here to, or you just press B. And B is a ripple edit, so you can bring it back like this. And whatever you do with this one, it's going to drop it. Watch. Bang. Boom. So it moved it, the entire thing. You'll actually see the length decrease here. Watch. Boom. I'll show you in here, actually. Undo. Redo. Okay? So now, you say Tom King, okay? But what we want to do is make sure that fades out. Listen.
Of Tom King. Tom King, by the storytelling of Tom King. Tom King.
It's already way better. Okay? Right off the bat, that's already way better. But we're going to make it better, and this is how we're going to do it. You're going to press V, get back to this one, okay? B was this one. As you can see, ripple edit tool, which is also same thing as like ripple delete tool almost. We're going to drop this down on another track. Keep the video on the same track. And when we come up here, we just go to the end of this, left click, right click, and apply. Now listen to what the default one sounds like.
Telling of Tom King.
It fades it out, right? And that's way too much to fade out.
Telling of Tom King.
Okay? But we just want it to be just the end.
Tom King. Tom.
Okay? And because you come in with such a hard Tom King here, we're going to do the same thing. Okay? But if you were to just apply the transition again, you know, it would be just as long as you'd have to shrink it again. So what we'll do is we'll just click on this. We'll just copy that with Command C, or for you, maybe it's I don't know what Command C is on a PC. Anyways, then what we'll do is we'll just paste it here, and now they're both equally the same in length. And we'll do this. Listen, ready?
Tom King. Tom King. Tom King. Telling of Tom King. Tom King has.
Okay, and if we undid that.
Tom King. Tom King.
It's softer.
Tom King. Tom King has definitely made.
Okay, so it's easier on the ears. You don't feel like, you know, it's so harsh and as a glitch. It doesn't sound like a glitch. It doesn't feel like a glitch.
By the storytelling of Tom King. Tom King has.
And you know, I just made it. I made the T a lot softer. The further back you pull this, the T is actually softer.
Storytelling of Tom King. Tom King has.
See, so we want it kind of in here somewhere.
Tom King. Tom King has. Telling of Tom King. Tom King has definitely made.
Maybe a little bit more. We don't want it to sound like you're fading it in and out, but we don't want the T to hit so hard.
Of Tom King. Tom King has definitely made a fan out of me. As for this comic, it's very interesting and in depth versus the more fun and games type of feel that you would get to it. It is very tastefully done.
Okay, I hope that helps. What else did I do? Oh, I added some music here, and at the end, you know, it's just like funny.
You will get a very rich experience, let's say.
In the same way, hold on, let me just bypass this. Okay, so if I were to just solo this, which is that S, all right, it's already down here. You can see the volume for this clip is -19.7, okay? If you want to raise the volume for this clip, you just go up, type 20, you can't type 20 actually, I'm sorry. You can go 1 dB or at 0 dB, and now listen how loud this is. Okay, but we don't want it that loud, so we're going to go negative 20. Okay, come back. And
experience, let's say.
All right, but if we wanted to just solo this, say this was on 0, all right, we have this loud. It's really loud, but we want to fade out throughout that whole clip, okay? We could do this, right-click and apply the transition. Whoops. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Apply the transition. And go like that. And it got a lot softer. The volume is lower, but I wouldn't recommend doing it that way. What I would recommend doing is the same way we did the zoom, okay? We start here, and we go up, create automation. Right here, it's at whatever you have here. So it's going to be 20, right? Negative 20, I'm sorry. Because we want it to match this side here. And watch what happens to this white line when I do negative 20. I hit enter, boom, now it lines up, okay? And there's also a little node in there. That's what this is here. That's a keynote. So when we come up, we keep going, go to the end of the clip. Make sure you click on the audio clip. We want to add another one when it's blue. Remember, when it's blue, we do that. And let's do this to, let's bring that into negatives. You can either do that or undo that, actually, sorry, undo. What you want to do is you just want to take this and drop it down. You just click and drag, and then that goes to infinite, okay? So now you can see that the volume fades out exactly where you want it. If you wanted it to fade out earlier, you just drag that. If you want it going up, down, whatever you want. You can make it really loud here. See? And you can hear it getting louder. This is getting softer. Okay? That being said, when you add music, if you want to add music, okay, what did I do? Oops, I just deleted all of that. Let's see, if you want to add music, we can get rid of these, okay? And let's just say, oh my God, what am I doing? Let's just say we don't want that in there. And we want, because the music dies out halfway through the episode, right? So, whoops. So right in the middle of you talking.
Himself took.
And now it's gone. We don't want that, right? So what we want to do is we want to click here, hold Alt or Option, and drag it. Now you make a copy, okay? And now we want to put this on a different track. Bang. And we want to make sure they sound good together. Now, the volume is already matched because you just copied the exact settings, okay? But what isn't matched is the beginning of this, and it might sound really weird. Oh, whoops, that's solo.
Family. He has a. We taking there's little worse than man, or him.
If you were to raise this volume up and hear the end of that clip, watch what happens. It like cuts off. We don't want that, okay? And this one just comes in abruptly. Right? Just comes in done. Okay? So we want to fade those in, which we're going to do that default transition thing again, right? And this time we're going to line them up like this. And now watch. Whoops, sorry. Okay, you can even come in and do something like that if you wanted to. Just make sure they cross. Or you just replace, just try to line that up because that's actually the same melody, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So you want to fade this out. This is a bit of DJing. Come on, man. And see how that's more on beat? Actually, if we do that, we can move it over just a skosh, and then and this cymbal crashes right into here. And it sounds nice. It sounds really, really nice. You could also just cut it now that that's on beat and see what that sounds like too. We'll see. Let's see, I want to try this. Okay. Now remember, come back up here because I raised the volume. We're going to do -20. We're going to do the same for this one. We're going to do -20. And, whoops, here we go. We're just going to listen to that while you're talking. And you won't even notice. It's going to be seamless in the background because of the fades, okay?
Story is the Vision himself took pieces of...
Did you hear it? Nothing, right?
Like a little bit worse than man. So ultimately, what's driving the story is the Vision himself.
And now you just replay the same thing. And if you wanted to do all of that all over again, just highlight both of them, hold Alt, drag, bang, and then you have to do the same thing between these two. And then you have music. Or you just do one more time. Maybe you just do this over here or something. Let's see. So I'm going to mute these, get rid of the music, and I'm going to do one more thing just so you can see how, okay, so right here, if I were to just cut that right where it's high right here in the wave file, bang, bang, and say I just decide, well, I want to go to this one, right? Actually, let me just ripple delete that because... Okay, so now it looks like it matches up, waveform, right? But it's two different parts. It's two different words. Listen to how bad this sounds.
Talk about changing career.
Right? So, no bueno. That's not good whatsoever, okay? You want to go and edit in these little gaps here. Doesn't even matter what you're saying. Like, I can just edit this. I can tell you right now that this edited, and if I were to chop this up right here, now we're going to listen to this before I do this, okay? These might not even make sense, but it's going to sound good.
Agent, CIA agent.
Like that, you could be zoomed into.
And he is an ex-CIA agent. Like, talk about changing careers. But
so I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to start here, so we'll actually make sense of this. Okay, so now we're going to delete these. Get rid of these. Ripple delete. Okay, and everything moved. Everything moved. Okay, and to be honest, the audio, the music would be off as well. It would be like hitting different spots and stuff. So be careful when you do ripple edit. But listen to this now. Because like without me even fading it, it's going to sound better just because of where I made that cut. Okay.
And he is an ex-CIA agent, but he is a very good...
Okay, so that being said, you can see how much better that sounds already. And it's going to sound so much better You might not hear it, but trust me when I say it's going to sound so much better. You just add that little default thing here. Boop. Just do this. Bang. Just come in lightly with it.
But he is a agent. But he is a very good writer. And he is an ex-CIA agent. But he is a very good writer.
Okay.
I love that.
So, there you go. Let's see. That's that. That's that. That's all. That's all. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped. If you have any other questions, just hit me up. Okay? 25 minutes. Bye-bye.